Well, we got to Paris and I had a bad cold. And that night, they had a show lined up for us. And so I said, well, Charlotte, you go to the show and I'm gonna take a hot bath and see if I can't get this cold on the mend. So I did, and she went and it was a girly show. Damn, I really missed that. But anyway, I took that bath and I went to bed and they, in this hotel, they had this lady came in to turn the bed sheets back for you, and they put a chocolate on your pillow and stuff like that. And she came in there and I said something, and I think she must come that far off the floor.
She wasn't expecting you to be
No,
in
I
there.
wasn't supposed to be there. Oh, God, I laughed. Yeah.
Yeah, we had good trips. We went to Alaska, and that was fun. 5 days on the water and 5 on the land.
Oh.
In fact, Joyce English is up there now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did her is running.
Oh, that would be something to see. I
Yeah,
feel like it's a little hard to watch, but it'd be cool to see.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
that's
did
it.
see we seen the dogs and the sleds and the stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, we took that tour. But Eva had been planning it for 2 years, and it was supposed to start at, where, anyway, it didn't start where it was supposed to, she said. But Eva said that she had planned that for 2 years and she was going no matter where. Anchorage, they thought it was gonna start at Anchorage, but it didn't. It went up further north. Where was it?
They didn't have enough snow or something.
She didn't know why,
Hmm.
but anyway, they'll get to see part of it, but they didn't get to see the whole thing.
I think that was maybe one of the better trips that we took.
It was.
Oh, we really had a good time.
Yeah, the things they did there. We got a helicopter ride.
Yeah, they put us on a helicopter, took us out to a
Glacier.
glacier.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not many of those left anymore.
No. Well, it was a BLM project, and you would they'd land on it, and you got out, and then this BLM.
They turned you
guy-
loose, you do whatever you want to, and they went back and got another load, and they just kind of kept.
Shuttle them back
Yeah.
and forth, huh?
Yeah, that was fun.
Now, I think it'd be cool just to go on the helicopter ride.
Oh, I
there-
did
that's
too, and you
Uh,
can't imagine what it's like, you're just right there. That was the main thing we wanted to do, but,
You could just go out on a glacier, that's just icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, we really had a good time. We took a whitewater rafting trip too.
You guys are more adventurous than I am.
Well, I had planned on they had a seaplane there, and they were taking rides. And I planned on going on that thing, and we went, and we had to wait for them to come back, and when they came back, this couple had been on there, and she was so sick. She said that plane was so rough, she got us all terrible sick, so I decided not to go. But I'd never been on a plane that could land on the water.
Yeah. That would be something.
With the other thing we wanted to do was when we were in Florida, before I talk about boat riding. We
Oh,
went-
you mean you took that airboat ride?
Yeah, we were in an
Yeah.
airboat.
I've never been on one of those. Those are really loud, aren't they?
Yeah, they had this big propeller on there, and this guy had built it, and he had a old Cadillac engine running it. And he was narrating for us, telling us where we're going, and then he said, and by the way, he said, if a snake drops on you, don't worry, because they're just green snakes, they can't hurt you. And this woman sitting beside me, huh, she said, if a snake drops on me, you're gonna see a woman walk on water. And I believed her. I was hoping it wouldn't happen. Oh, I laughed.
She wasn't sticking around to figure out if it was green or not.
She, oh, God. That was a neat ride, though.
Oh,
It went
yeah.
right over the,
You just
The
floated right
hills and-
across. That was one thing I wanted to do in Florida.
and we went out on the Keys.
That's something.
Yeah.
One ocean on one side of you and the other one on
Oh, then we went deep sea fishing too,
yeah.
but that wasn't good for her.
A little too rough.
Well, no, boat, it was diesel and the fumes come up over the back.
Oh.
And of course, we were in the back fishing, and they made her sick, so the guy locked her in the cabins where it was air conditioned.
It smelled just like when you're driving one of those old tractors, and I'd been
Oh.
and all that comes back at you.
Yeah, I've been in that situation. It can definitely make you sick, no matter how used to it you
Yeah.
are.
I couldn't believe it.
Did you guys ever do a whole lot of fishing up and down here?
On the river?
Yeah.
No,
With
no, I
water
wasn't,
skiing.
I really
Oh.
have never been a fisherman.
Were you good at water skiing?
Yeah, we had a boat.
Oh, yeah, oh.
I tried it once. I wasn't any good at
Water
it.
skiing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we had a boat was parked right down.
we water skied from the Van Dilly Dam to Hinsdale.
And some
Oh, we had some,
Swansons and Rosendals and
oh, yeah, we had some, well, somebody came and they brought one of them discs, you know, it was about that concave. Said, here, ride this thing. Well, we went to Sealy Lake that year and Rosendahl took that disc up there and we decided we were gonna learn to ride that thing. Well, it took us a long time, but we did do it. And that wasn't enough. We got a wooden folding chair and sat on that thing and then got up on the chair.
they used to do that on Milk River right down
Oh,
here.
yeah. Well, I've seen a lot of kids do that with car hoods on the pull it behind a pickup on the
Yeah.
snow.
Yeah.
You usually get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
A little dangerous.
Yeah, we were more interested in the riding on the water than in the sitting there waiting for a fish to bite.
True.
Whether it was Fort Peck or
Oh, I went fishing a couple times. Dwayne wanted to go fishing, so I decided, well, Elmer Burns was always fishing on the river. And so I said, Elmer, take us fishing. Okay, come on. Well, that was the best time we ever had. Of course, that Elmer was he just kept us in stitches all the time.
Well, that's the best way to do it is with good
Yeah.
company.
yeah, we've done quite a few things.
Yeah.
I wish I have. Hopefully, my life will be as adventurous as your guys. As you guys have done a lot of travel and a lot of really exciting things.
Yeah.
That was our plan when we got married. We're gonna save our money to travel.
Pretty good plan.
Yeah, we did, too.
I worked at school. I worked at the post office 9 years and the school 30 years.
Oh wow.
And by that time I was, well, I retired in 87. And then we had to go to state basketball tournament.
Well, I bought her dad's farm out there. And when calving time came, well, you had to get up and check them calves every 2 hours, you know. One trip out there and that was it. I couldn't sleep after that. So then the seeding time came and I was just rummy. So in order to get away from that, I bought a motorhome with one of the minis with a bed up above the cab, and I parked it right out by the calving pen. And every 2 hours I'd just spread the curtains and look the herd over, nothing happened. I'd close the curtain and go back to bed. I had heat and I had lights and I had everything, you know.
Well, that's pretty slick.
Yeah. Well, of course, I told Charlotte when her dad kept that place too long, and he was in his 80s when he finally decided to sell. And I know why he did it, because that was a beautiful spot out there. I loved it out there, oh boy. And I told Charlotte, I said, now, I'm buying this thing, but I said, when I come 60 years old, I'm gonna sell it. I said, I'm not gonna, we're gonna retire. So I did. But anyway, we had the motorhome, and so we went. And we just kept going. We never stopped.
We got to quite a few states, not all of them. We didn't get back into New York and Boston and some of those, so we took a tour.
That's probably okay.
We did.
So,
we left Florida that time, and there was something wrong with our refrigerator. We'd caught fish, and the guy cleaned it for us, and of course we froze and put it in the fridge in the freezer compartment, and something happened to it. It was just a little thing, and we kept going from one place to another, and they didn't have the part. Well, we ended up in Indiana, and we were kind of lost that day, and I said to Charlotte, I gotta quit. I said, I'm too tired. I gotta quit driving. So we drove into this RV park and parked, and I was in there registering, and this woman said, "What'd you do? Did you come to go? Are you going to the Grand Ole Opry?" I said, "No, I haven't got tickets." She said, "Do you want tickets?" I said, "Sure." She rushed under the counter and had 2 tickets for us. So we got to go to the Grand Ole Opry. I said, getting lost wasn't all that bad.
Well, we were lost many times.
But you were having fun.
Yeah.
He liked museums. So was that in Pensacola?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We went to the museum, but we stayed too long, and they closed it. And Brady closed it. Well, we had to get back into town, and so did everybody else that was working out there. And we kept going down the wrong street, and finally we stopped. Saw a couple of little guys sitting on a porch, and we stopped, and he said, "You're lost, aren't you? You've been past here 3 times." I said, "Yep, you're right." So he told us how to get out of there.
That was nice of him.
But that's
that
when
was
you take the
amazing.
scenic route. See?
It was an aircraft museum.
Oh.
And we got separated, and I went out there. I was going to go out to the motorhome, and they had a little place there you could sit down. And I sat down. This woman was there, and I said, "I suppose my wife left me." I said, "I've been in there too long." She says, "You've been in there too long." She says, "You know, my husband's been in there 3 days. I haven't seen him since."
Yeah, we went to lots of museums. Any military one. To Tucson. We were at that one. So, yeah, we drove the motorhome. I don't know what, 15 years?
Yeah, at least.
And then we started touring.
Well, we decided to go south for the winter, and so we had an uncle living in Phoenix, Mesa, really, and so he reserved a spot for us, and we drove down there with the motorhome parked, and that was in 1988, and we found out that the kids were going to the state tournament, and I said, "Whoa, I'm going home," and so I started disconnecting the power and everything, and he come out and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm leaving." "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going home." "What for?" he said. I said, "Our kids are going to be in the state tournament. I'm going to be there." He said, "You mean you drive 1,500 miles for a ball game?" I said, "You bet."
You never watched Hinsdale play, evidently.
No. So that's the year they won the state.
And we were there.
But it wasn't just us. Eugene Arnold flew in from
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque. Our minister, Jim Stewart, he had most of those kids in MYF, and I don't know where he came from, but he
was there. Yeah.
he was there, and it was just fun.
Oh, I'd have really felt bad if I hadn't been there.
Oh yeah.
All of our kids showed up. They were all married. No, they weren't all married by then. Jane and Diane were.
So what were some of the best basketball games you guys have ever seen? Did any stick out?
Oh, that was one of the best because it was 3 overtimes. You remember?
Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't sat down and watched the full game, but I've seen parts of it, and that was close.
oh, I've got the tape. I've got it on my computer.
Yeah, I got a tape that Johnny Rawhide just gave me the other day, so I'll have to sit and watch it.
Yeah. Oh, I've watched that over and over.
I'm sure it's not the same as being there, though.
Oh, it was exciting.
Oh,
God.
being there was just out of this world.
Well, Jane was sitting with us, and when the game ended and we won, she jumped up and threw her back out.
So then we had to go looking for her.
She couldn't hardly move. We got to get her out of that
Everything.
the mentor, and we went looking. We finally found a all-night walk-in clinic, and they gave her some pain medicine, I guess it was.
Something to relax her.
Muscle relaxers or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Ralph had some good ones too, in later years.
Oh, we could listen to the ball games on that streaming from out of Glasgow down there, and that was great.
Yeah, that really makes it a lot easier to be a Raider fan, even though it's or a Maverick fan.
Yeah.
It was kind of hard to explain. We'd go someplace and I'd say, "Well, I got to go home and watch the ball game, or listen to a ball game." Who's playing? They were thinking I was the national. I said, "Our school kids." Your school kids? Yeah, you betcha.
A fan for life.
Yeah.
Well, now we've got the Nemont television set up. So
Yeah,
you
we
can
get
see
the, we
games.
don't, they don't broadcast the live games, the tournament games. I don't know I think there's something that they have to do to
Yeah.
get a permit to, that's
Yeah.
probably expensive, I don't
Yeah,
know.
the
Many
high
times.
school association has rights over
Yeah.
all that, so who knows? Maybe they want exclusive rights to someone else for that.
Yeah, but we
But you
do
can
watch
stream
some
it.
of the games, you know.
Yeah.
Anytime you turn it on, there's a ball game. Was it you were just watching Terry and Nashua?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
a pretty good deal too.
Do you guys remember the games that they had in the old gym? Because that was kind of sunken down, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yes, I played in those.
Oh yeah.
They had they had girls basketball when I was in high school. Then they took it out, and then Diane, our oldest one, was born. She went all through school, and they didn't have it. Then Jane, 4 years later, they had basketball in Hinsdale again.
girls
It
basketball,
was
yeah.
That's kind of strange that they had it and took it away.
Yeah. I don't know. Reen Locke was our coach.
I think it was because they had to build a new gym.
Well, I don't know.
That-
Wasn't it a state thing that took it away, or was it
I
just
don't
a
know,
school?
I don't think so. I think
Just
it
just the
was
school decided they didn't want it.
On the school.
Well,
Hmm.
they had gym that was down there was small.
I
And it wasn't
really don't
regulation,
know.
so they couldn't
Oh.
actually play regulation ball.
Hmm.
They finally got the new gym built, and then they went back to it.
Yeah, I don't know. See,
Well, you should know, you were down there.
well, yeah, I was there from 57 to 87. Yeah, Lana was in Dwayne's class.
Hmm.
And
That's
Jane, who was she? No, Dana is, she's younger than Diane. It's Diane graduated in '66, Jane in '70, and Dwayne in '74.
Yeah.
Well, I can remember, how, you know, my own kid's age, I know that, so I can go by that.
Mhm.
'Cause like I say, Lana and Levon, Melby, and Karen Funk, they were all in Dwayne's class. Or, yeah,
Well, we have had
Karen Funk was in,
quite a unique life. We raised 3 kids and they all went through college and
6 grandkids and 10 grades. And there's 2 that aren't even married yet, it was grand, so.
Well, that must be pretty nice to have all of them. They
Yeah.
come and see you quite often?
Well, we saw them at Christmas this year. We usually see them at least once a year. But,
they
you know,
used to come here for Christmas, but the house got too small.
Family
So
got
we-
too big.
Yeah.
We go to Fort Benton now,
Mm.
and they've got a big house, and so we all tell our stories there.
Well, they were here for Bob's birthday last year.
Yeah,
I think there's pictures of it there. And they
Oh,
were,
yeah, I think I do.
when they turned 90. And then we saw them all at Christmas time. But the 2 kids that are still, there's 2 that's still in college, Dwayne's 2. One's in Butte and one's in Billings.
Oh, okay.
So we have to wait for them to graduate. Find somebody. Don't hurry. You don't have to get married right away and have kids.
But aren't more grandkids always better?